May this sacred stone protect him as it has all the pharaohs. O great river, I entrust this life to you and to the good graces of Sobek, and in the eternal current of time, to awareness.
God is the light of the heavens and the earth. The likeness of his light is as a niche, wherein is a lamp. The lamp in a glass. The glass, as it were, a glittering star, kindled from a blessed tree.
An olive that is neither from the east nor the west, whose oil well nigh would shine, even if no fire touched it, light upon light.
Excellent, Happy. Do you understand the story, though?
Yes, sir. But the parable of his light, Ka, is also represented as the spirit of the dead, a spiritual principle.
Ka is in the ancient religion of the Egyptians.
Yes, sir. Our sovereign king, being the heaven-born child, had to possess his Ka, without which he cannot retain his future world connections.
You're speaking of a very mystical doctrine dating back thousands of years. How do you know all this?
It just sort of came to me.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, good day at school?
It was okay.
Did you learn anything?
We were learning about the Quran. It was neat.
What was your favorite part?
Oh, you know, stuff.
Mrs. Asimov?
Alia, give me a hand, please. They're not heavy. Put them away, please. Thank you, Alia.
Hey, Happy. Oh, I've got something to show you. Take a look. See? I put a few more words together. What do you think they mean?
The ceasing of the life source hides the gold that flowed.
Well...
Wait a minute, how did you know that?
I guess just from watching you for the last year. Or maybe it was from school.
Allah be praised. He is learning something after all.
He is.
master craftsman himself.
Brad, I'm a little busy. Can I call you back?
Just get over here as soon as you can. I have something exciting.
Well, I think I've had enough excitement for one day. I'll call you later, all right?
Today would be good.
There's his tent. Flush him out.
Hey! Salam alaikum! I sure am glad to see you. I haven't seen anybody in 2 days.
Hey, you!
Haven't even seen a camel.
There you are!
Hey, put that thing down.
Are you deaf or what?
Whew. I think you boys got the wrong man! Americano Turisto! I'm telling you, you got the wrong guy!
Try smoking instead.
I quit.
So now you torture everyone. Now what? Those idiots should have shot him while they had the chance.
No, little one. The idea was just to scare him a little.
Why? We just need his computer to get the information on his hard drive.
This is Harper's hard drive. The poor man doesn't believe in technology. He studies for years, he does research, and then he does his manual thinking. He gets a pick and a shovel, and he goes out and digs in the earth. All that's missing is the pith helmet.
How are we going to retrieve the information?
I think we can get him to talk to us.
Get him. Or make him.
There he is!
They found him!
Go! Go! Go on! Quick, you fool! Don't let him get away! Hey,
Gotcha!
look faster! Faster! Look! Faster, you fool! Go on!
He's leaving us in the dust, Grant. He's gonna laugh all the way back to Cairo. This is ridiculous.
No. Everything is going according to plan.
I love Egypt! I'm telling you, Salam alaikum!
me Milsom in video games.
Yes, Mr. Schiller.
Milsom here, sir.
Milsom?
Yes, sir.
I think I've just invented a new game. It's called The Great Escape.
¡No tienes ojo! ¡Idiota! ¡Idiota maldito! Mr. Schiller, an unforeseen problem has occurred.
Cruz. And you will die.
It's going to take a lot more than a hunch to get federal funding.
You let me worry about the funding. I invited you here because I need your help. And you're the only one I can trust to keep his mouth shut.
You're talking about Schiller.
Of course I
Who,
am.
by the way, could finance this whole thing just on his pocket change.
Nick, we've had this discussion before. You take funding from anyone. I can't. I don't enjoy the company of money launderers or political fanatics or megalomaniacs.
Well, wait a second. I don't enjoy it either, but I told you that we're involved with this race with time. As far as I'm concerned, we're losing everything. Whole eras of ancient history are being wiped out between pollution, looting, and just stupidity. The government won't fund this, so I just go to the people who will.
But that's why so much of your work ends up in the wrong hands.
What are you talking about?
In private collections, sold for fortunes on the black market.
Oh, come on. A guy's got to make a living. Would you let me make a living?
All right. All right. I just hope you understand that my wife and I intend to give everything we find to the Department of Antiquities.
You can do whatever you want as long as I get my commission first.
You'll get your commission first.
And speaking about Schiller, you're aware he's been looking for Mimosa's tomb for about 20 years. It's not like he's just going to lay back and let this whole thing happen.
Don't tell me you're afraid of Schiller.
I'd say I was afraid of him.
That's another reason why I want you with me on this, Nick.
Hey!
That's your wife. What's she going to say about my involvement? Because I know she doesn't like me.
I know, but Royanne will get used to the idea. Especially when she sees that your expertise is in value. But it might be a good idea to not mention your commission in front of her.
Whatever you say.
Royanne, my flower. You see who's here?
Nick.
Royanne?
You remember Nahut Gaddafi, my deputy from the department?
It's a great pleasure to see you again, Mr. Harper.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Doctor. Royan says it's a very important discovery.
Well, don't get your hopes up. 9 out of 10 times it's a bust.
Really?
Yeah.
But Derrida assures me that this time it's the real find.
Why?
You know the dangers. Secret passages, deadly booby traps.
You're crazy. This could be the greatest archaeological discovery ever. It could make Tutankhamun look third-rate. Nick is a bounty hunter. He'll take it all for himself.
So I'd rather have him with us than against us. All right, gentlemen. Shall we proceed? When I uncovered the hieroglyphs, my heart jumped. I think this is it.
Thanks for waiting for me to get here.
After 10 years of searching, a few minutes more is nothing. I wanted you by my side.
See?
Yeah, no question. They're Pharaoh Mamo's dynasty.
Do you know what this means? On the other side of this wall, a treasure house full of riches.
I don't know about this, Derrida. I just don't think Tahiti would have made it this easy to find Mimosa's tomb.
What about Green Lustrous? This could be her tomb.
It would still be an incredible find. Egyptologists have been dreaming about this discovery for centuries.
I've probably unsealed over 100 tombs in my lifetime, but I never felt like this before. not exactly a pharaoh's tomb. Or his queen's.
Doesn't even belong to someone important.
Sorry, buddy. No treasure this time. Don't say I didn't warn you.
You warned us all right.
Looks as though I got us all excited over nothing once again.
Wait a second. Come, have a look at this. Seem familiar?
The broken-winged falcon.
Taita's seal.
Who is Taita?
Taita was Queen Lostras's royal slave and confidant. He was also the one who decided where and how to build Mimosa's tomb in a way that no one would ever find its legendary treasure.
If this is Taita's tomb, then the scrolls would be with him here somewhere.
Come on, open it up. Let's see.
Aziz, take that corner. Ishmael, take this corner. Nahut, hold this, please. Nick. All right, gentlemen. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Easy. Okay, come to me. Come this way. Come on. Come on. Easy. 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 Okay. Okay. Down.
I am Taita, guardian of the secret.
Okay. Wow. Look. Ishmael. Take the head. Easy. Oh.
Taita.
There he is. The old son of a bitch at last.
From what we've learned, he was also a doctor. Even did a little sorcery on the side.
What do we got here? Get a load of that.
I am the river god, lord of time, protector of the past.
It's a signal.
There's something behind this. Aziz, let's try opening it up.
Now who'd go organize a recovery party? Bring a lot of rope. It sounds like it was a long way down.
Yeah, I'll go and get some help.
I don't think we should underestimate our friend Taita. This guy likes to make a point.
No, don't touch it! Hold
it! Great reflexes, Nick.
You all right?
Yes, thank you for saving my life.
Here we go. I got it. All right. Get over it. Get her.
Careful, careful. The 7 scrolls.
My name is Taita. I'm writing the story of my life on scrolls as a lowly slave in the service of my irascible master, Lord Intep, Grand Vizier of Upper Egypt, and a grand embezzler of our Pharaoh Mimosa's more than ample coffers. I have been summoned to Pharaoh's palace to read his future from the mazes of Ammon. 10 mystical discs.
My dynasty. Will it survive?
I could not tell him the truth of my visions, so in the interest of preserving his happiness and my life, I invented another more palatable story. O Pharaoh Mimose, ruler of the two lands, you and your dynasty shall indeed survive. I see a forest of trees, each one bearing the red and gold crowns of your two kingdoms.
Will my line survive?
Yes, great Egypt. I hear the cries of a newborn infant.
Is it a son?
It is, my lord. But I do not see how you can be the father when you have not taken a new bride, befitting your godliness.
That is true. None of my 20 wives has produced me a son. You will find me a suitable bride who will guarantee me a son without delay.
Pharaoh's unspoken threat had not escaped me. These days in Thebes, a slave's life was about as important as a camel's carbuncle. In truth, I knew the ideal marital match for him. Alas, I loved her myself and would go to any lengths to keep her from the Pharaoh's gaze. Though my duties as a teacher took up much of every day, I never tired of them, for my heart always beat faster at the first glimpse of my mistress Lustrous. I had composed many poems to her, reflecting her beauty and gentle nature.
Taita, my drawings are so clumsy and ugly, I'll never learn.
Don't be so impatient, my little Lustrous. The art of writing requires a lot of practice. Come, try again. Patience is a virtue seldom found in women.
But never in a man. Look what you did.
No, that's very good. Right. Very good.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Now let's do it again. Hold the pen steady.
Look what you made me do.
Rusfer.
Jason, come with me.
Why? What have I done?
Titus done nothing wrong. I order you to release him.
The order comes from your father, not in death.
Do you know why I summoned you here?
No, my lord. Of what act am I accused? Your guards will testify that I was doing nothing that was not totally innocent.
Instructing my daughter.
You yourself empowered me with her education.
That is true. It seems I should have been more prudent. This was found hidden among your things. The portrait of Lustrous and a verse of love. A slave who dares desire his master's daughter.
My lord, I have never touched my young mistress, nor led her to imagine that my feelings for her were anything more than those required of a teacher for his pupil.
I would dearly like to believe you. The diversity of your talents and knowledge makes you not just a valued tutor, but a much-prized slave. But in all truth, how can a father place his daughter's future in the hands of a slave who is still too young, too full of obscene, carnal desire?
I beg you, my lord, don't sell me. Lustrous will never know of my feelings for her. Please, let me stand by her side and serve her humbly.
Very well. Since you speak from your heart, my daughter shall keep her teacher. And I will sleep soundly, knowing that she is safe. entrusted in the care of a eunuch.
No.
We must protect you from any further temptations.
Say goodbye to them, slave.
At the day of your burial, they can be placed in your tomb. And if the gods are kind, they will let you use them in the afterlife.
This is fantastic. I mean, priceless. It's Taita's journal. Every detail of what happened in Pharaoh Mimosas' court while he was there. The Hyksos invasion of Upper Egypt. Pharaoh Mimosas' death. The flight of Queen Lustrous to find a burial site for him.
And his treasure.
Yes, and his treasure.
Now you can see why Taita called himself protector of the past. He hasn't missed a beat.
The 7th scroll shall tell us exactly where the tomb is.
This seal is damaged. Excuse me.
I can't believe it. After all this, it's all turned to dust.
Take a look. With a computer and electron microscope, we can put it all back together again like a jigsaw puzzle.
It's in a million pieces. It will take years to put it together again.
So I've spent 10 already getting this far. I'll reconstruct the damn thing. I don't care how long it takes.
I'll help you. We'll do it together. So we won't need to bother you with this anymore, Nick. But we want to thank you for everything you've done.
Don't mention it. Anything for a friend.
I'll keep you posted, Nick. We'll talk.
Shoot. Now what? Why don't you just blow up, you stupid bunch of circuits?
Scared to death.
I'm all right. Can I sleep in your bed tonight like I used to?
Of course you can.
Sorry, Mom. I love you, Mom, Dad.
I love you too.
Oh, you're the best kid in the world.
As was my custom every evening, I duly recorded the day's events in detail on papyrus scrolls, another innovation of mine. and it was now some 2 months since my Lord Intef had removed my manhood. Yet, still I felt the pang of passion for my mistress Lostrus. I had presented Pharaoh with no less than 120 suitable maidens, alas, none that met his royal requirements.
Taita,
Mistress,
I couldn't sleep thinking of tomorrow.
you only need to have sent word and I would have come to you and sung you to sleep with your favorite lullaby.
No. I want to glimpse the bow that you made for Lord Tanis. Is that it?
This, my lady. Mighty archer's bow. Triple the force and range of any weapon currently in use by the army.
The court is buzzing with rumors that he has returned from his campaigns in the north. I must see him. You promised.
Mistress, I will keep my promise, as arranged. Tomorrow, I have an appointment with Lord Tanis to show him the Lanata.
If he is as striking as people say.
He is as they describe. This was the moment that for years I had known was coming, and which I dreaded more than the day of my own death.
What is this strange beast?
I think it's called a horse. It's captured from our enemies in the far north. It's faster than an ostrich. It can outrun any man. And in wartime, it's used to pull their chariots. Whoa! Tanis, who even before he was 20, was already a commander in the Pharaoh's elite blue crocodile division.
But he is so beautiful.
I thought you might like him. My worst fears confirmed in a single moment. I could tell by the look in her eyes that this vision, this man, my friend Tanis, would be her object of love for the rest of her life.
You are my sunlight. My days are dark without you.
You are the Nile of my heart. The waters of your love feed my soul.
I shall love you through this, and all the worlds to come.
No one shall come between us.
Nothing shall part us. We are one.
Forever.
Pharaoh's funeral rehearsal. I feel compelled to mention that I had taken no part in the conception of this celebration. If I had, the result might not have been in such bad taste. Instead, it was entirely the work of the priests of Osiris, who saw fit to conceal their lack of ideas behind a dazzle of treasure.
Come. Come. Even in daylight, you are as divine as the goddess Isis.
I was so appalled and stricken with remorse that for a while I was deprived of the powers of speech and reason. My worst nightmare was unfolding.
How often the gateway to power and fortune is found in the most unexpected places.
Unexpected, my lord.
Don't play the innocent. I know just what a cunning hand you have played in all this. Pharaoh told me that you were searching for the perfect wife to bear him an heir. Why did you never ask me to present my daughter?
Stop! This is the outer sarcophagus, which will contain the inner coffins. The one fitted inside the other. The innermost coffin is of pure gold. Come, let us see how the goldsmiths are progressing.
Raise! To think that the gold and silver used to amass this treasure was in excess of 500 tarks, nearly 1/10 of all the precious metals mined in the past 1,000 years.
Stop! Lord Imdev, your daughter pleases me greatly. I shall take her at the next full moon. Commence the wedding preparations at once.
O great Egypt, I am deeply honored to grant the services of my daughter upon your household. This is indeed a great day. You must be delighted.
Never. I love tennis, and I shall never marry anyone else.
Do you not realize who asked for your hand? The Lord of all Egypt. The great Pharaoh Memoes himself.
I will not marry him, father. I would rather die first.
If you refuse, it will mean death. For you and all those whom you love. Tanis. Taita. Good. Now go home at once and prepare yourself. My treasured daughter.
Oh no, not another cop show.
I think you're wasting your time, Hoppy.
Huh? Were you talking to me?
I'd really like you to call your parents.
Mom! Dad!
Good evening, Mrs. Alcima. Doreen? It's been a long time.
Schiller?
What is going on, Abby?
One of the perks of owning a telecommunications empire, Mrs. Alcima.
We'd like to make you an offer. We hear that you've almost completed your work on the Seventh Scroll.
What do you mean?
That's not very convincing. We've been watching every move you make. Gina, roll the tape.
What do you think they mean?
The ceasing of our life source hides the gold that flows.
How dare you, Schiller? How dare you invade my home, my family, my privacy?
You can sue me later. Let's talk business. I've been searching for decades for Pharaoh Moses' tomb. I've spent a lot of money. And the thought of losing out to you doesn't please me. I'd do anything to stop you.
Oh, spare us your threats, Schiller.
But I'd rather work with you than against you. Let me fund your expedition.
Never.
Thank you, Schiller. But we don't need your help.
Oh, but you do. It's going to cost millions of dollars. Especially if you're working with Mr. Harper's antiquated methods.
Nick.
The Egyptian government is backing us all the way.
Now look, the Egyptian government can't spend millions and millions of dollars for a search that may not yield anything. But I can. I can make you a deal you can't refuse. I'm giving you the offer of a lifetime. Unlimited funds, the highest technology. I'll set up a lab on the site. I'll fly in any expert you want. You can't ask for more than this.
And what's in it for you?
Very little. You know I'm not interested in the money.
Oh, really? Then what?
Because you're working for me, everything you find will eventually have my name on it. I want Grant Schiller to go down in history.
He knows everything we've done. He's going to come after us.
Let him.
Are we in danger?
No. No, son. No. We have to be a little more careful, that's all.
But nothing is going to stop us from finding the tomb. Not after all the years we've put into this. No one is going to take it away from us, Royan. Maybe we should join forces with Schiller.
Absolutely not. Ryan, how can you...
Well, look at us. People are dropping off our team like flies. We've even lost Nahoot.
Well, that was his own fault. He kept telling the authorities that we weren't getting anywhere. I mean, he even begged them to be transferred to another department.
Maybe Schiller scared him off.
Well, it doesn't scare me.
Or maybe Nahoot decided to face the facts. Without this piece of the scroll, we've got nothing. This is where Taita writes about the king's tomb.
Happy was telling me that if he was going to hide a tomb so that no one would find it, it'd destroy every trace and every record of it. Maybe Taita did that.
Oh, no. Lousy generator again. I'll be back in a moment.
Okay. Be careful.
I will. Who are you? What you
Run! Save Happy! Happy! Happy!
What is it, Mom?
Burgers! Don't ask questions! Aria!
Leave it, I'll take it. Put it in the car. And don't drop it. No, sir. Beautiful.
Mom, the river will save us.
You stupid child! You think you can fool me?
Don't touch him!
Happy. What happened?
We're safe. We're out of danger.
Royan, wait. Hey, pass me that box. Metal. Hey. Okay. Are you happy?
Hello? Yes, hello.
You
Yes.
wear it
I need an
for me?
6 Boulevard Nassau. Yes. Hurry up.
It's a small treasure.
Hurry up.
Is it for you?
Yes. I know.
Nick?
Hurry, please. Yes.
I'll help you.
Yes.
They're coming. Everything's okay. You're right. Everything be all right.
No, Dad, no. No, Dad, no.
العزيز الرحيم اللي تنقرقوا منا انذر اباؤهم فهم غافلون لقد حق القول على اكثر فهم لا يؤمنون سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Royan, I hope you don't mind that I showed
You're a
up.
special friend to the ride. You know that.
I have something I'd like to show you.
Wow. Fortune-telling discs. Are they real?
Let me see. The mazes of Ammon. Where do you get these?
Oh, trade secret.
Taita mentions them in the scrolls.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had something to do with these.
What have you got there, young man?
Fortune-telling discs. They're necks.
Not anymore, they're not. You keep them, buddy.
You can give those away. They're valuable.
Please be careful.
I spoke to the chief of police. They'll catch these animals that committed this crime, I assure you. They seem very certain that it was a robbery that went tragically wrong.
But they only took our work. They didn't touch anything else.
It's a terribly sad affair.
Thank you.
Grant?
And just when you and your husband were on the verge of a breakthrough.
It won't stop me. I'll go right back to the beginning and start all over again.
Terrible business, huh? Losing such a valuable man. Years ago, we were associated at the university. I learned a lot from him. Now he's gone. For what?
I was hoping you could tell me.
Meaning?
Oh, I don't know. It seems that those cowboys knew exactly what they were looking for. They only took items that would be of interest to an Egyptologist.
Well, of course, I was interested in his work on the seventh scroll, and I was waiting for the results like everyone else, but the whole project is stalled now. What have I got to gain from that?
Oh, I have no idea. I wouldn't dare to guess what goes on inside that twisted mind of yours.
Twisted mind, huh? Okay, okay. You don't beat around the bush. I won't either. I know that you've been helping Durade and his wife find Taida's tomb. You could almost say I was there with you. And I also know that you know a lot more about Mimosa and Lostris than you're letting on.
Maybe.
And you like nothing better than to get your grubby little hands on the contents of that tomb.
Maybe.
So why don't you let me finance you? I don't care if you work alone or with her.
And then?
Then I'll be able to realize my life's ambition. Maybe yours.
What is it about that river, Happy?
What?
The Nile. It's as if it exerts some sort of power over you.
I can't explain it. When I'm close to water, I feel a part of it. As though I understand everything about it. Its secrets, its history, even its feelings.
What happened that night in the river? Something happened.
I don't know. I think I got knocked out or something. It all felt like a weird dream.
About what?
All I remember is this giant snake leaping out of the water, grabbing that horrible man, and pulling him back into the river.
You mean an eel?
Maybe it was, I don't know. But it didn't scare me or anything. It was trying to protect me. It's happened before.
What do you mean it's happened before?
Look at this.
Your adoption certificate.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget this day. It was the happiest moment of my life when you officially became our son.
I was 6 months old. Who gave birth to me, Mom?
Oh, that's a long story.
That's what you always say. But when will you tell me?
When the time is right.
And when will that be?
Oh. I always felt in my heart that you were different than all of us. It was something out of a fairy tale. Deride and I had been married for a year, and we desperately wanted a child, but it just didn't happen. One night I was riding home on my bicycle, and I took the long route, you know, the one by the Nile. There was a beautiful sky, and I sat there watching the lights fade for a long time. That's when I heard you.
Heard me?
Crying. I heard a baby crying.
Well, where was I?
There was a boat moored on a quay, and I peered inside and I saw you. Your little legs kicking, your face all scrunched up. But there was no one around. Not a soul.
So you just took me?
No. I called the police, and the authorities took care of you while they were searching for your parents. Deride and I came to visit you every day. We knew we wanted you to be our son. We put in a request for your adoption if
no one claimed me.
Sweetheart, I often think that one day there'll be somebody knocking at the door. And there'll be these two people standing there, wonderful people. Tall, dark, and handsome. And they'll say, "We want to see our boy happy." It's silly, but I hope they'll be proud of the way we raised you. And then I worry that they'll take you away.
You and Dad have been the best parents in the world.
Ah, Royan, at last, there you are. How are you feeling?
Please stop.
And how's my little man, huh?
No.
I'm sorry about this, but the minister has named me acting director. until he can appoint a successor.
How fortunate. The fact that the minister is your uncle is pure coincidence, of course. You might have had the decency to let me pack my husband's things myself.
I do apologize. Believe me, I was only trying to make things easier for you.
Thank you. I'll take care of everything else. I'd hate to keep you from acting out your other duties.
Yalla nimsh.
Creep. Dad never liked him.
That's enough. I don't think we can trust anybody anymore.
If only these worked. If only they could really tell the future.
Be careful with those. Those really belong in a museum, you know?
Can I keep them for a while? I promise I won't break them or spoil them. They make me think of Dad.
What's that?
I forgot. Dad gave me this just before he...
Is it a video game?
I don't think so. I couldn't open it on my computer.
Come on, come on. It's all here. Everything we did on the 7th scroll. All the hours and days of work, you saved it all.
Hello.
How long have you been here?
I just got here.
Take that box. You spying on us now? Sneaking around like that. I don't know what your father ever saw in this man. So what do you think? You reckon we have a chance to find Mimosas tomb?
Sure, if we live long enough.
Thank you. What would I do without you, Happy?
Maybe we should get going.
We aren't going with you.
What do you mean you're not going with me? Okay. Well, what do you want me to do? You want me to call you a cab? Where should I tell the cab driver you're going? Huh? Let me tell you something. You know, I wasn't spying on you earlier. I just thought maybe I'd stop by Deride's office and see if he needed a little help. You know, packing up his things and stuff. That's all.
You spoke to that man Schiller at Dad's funeral. You got into his car. I saw you.
Yeah, I did. I did talk to Schiller. You know why? He offered me a lot of money to help you find the tomb.
Did you think it would be easy to take advantage of us now that the riot's gone? Well, I got news for you, Mr. Harper. You can take your money and...
Shove it. Well, what a coincidence, because that's what I told Schiller to do with his money.
I don't believe you. I don't trust you.
You don't have to believe me, and you don't have to trust me, but I'll tell you right now, what you do have to do is make up your mind, because you're running out of time and options very quickly. So either you come with me right now, or you sit here and wait for Schiller and his cowboys, and you can discuss it with him, because I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to be here when Schiller gets here.
He's right, Mom. We need his help. Just for now, until we figure out what to do.
How about something to drink?
It's beautiful here.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, I have a few things you might like to see. Come on.
Look at that.
Here's something you might appreciate.
Sobek, the god. Crocodile, ruler of the Nile. Stunning. 13th dynasty. Same era as Taita and Mamos.
Very good.
You could get close to $1 million for this.
Yes.
From a private collector.
Some of which I could use to finance our expedition.
No, thank you.
Sight on the target! Lock! Lock!
Good. Lord Tannus.
My friend! Well, you look hot and out of sorts. Now then, did you speak to Lord Intef? Does he agree to my marrying Lostrus?
Hear me now, and brace yourself for the very worst of tidings. Far from agreeing to this union, he has this very day pledged Lostrus's hands to none other than Pharaoh Mamos. They are to be married at once. But do not think for one moment that her objections will count against the will of the king. There is another possibility we must face. Lord Intef hates you, and he has the ear of the king. He could order your immediate arrest, or worse still, the death warrant.
Do I fight a king to whom I have sworn my allegiance to?
You must sweep up Lostrus in your arms and bear her away.
Leave Egypt.
Your men love you. They will follow you. Call out your squadrons and lead your men. They will fight for you.
No!
Yes! My lord, by tomorrow morning, you could be ruler of the Upper Kingdom. It is your destiny. Seize it with these warriors' hands.
Warriors' hands, yes, but not a traitor's. I will not break the solemn oath by taking up the sword against my king. Would Lostrus love a traitor, as she has loved a patriot and a soldier?
She will love you no matter what.
I would lose her respect and my own.
You will lose your life!
I do not care to live without Lostrus as my wife!
Your sense of honor is far too complicated for me. The same Pharaoh that will marry your Lostrus will order the strangling rope to be twisted round your neck.
And so it came about, the event that I had so desperately hoped to circumvent.
I bestow upon you the gift of parting, so that you will remember me always as the father that loved you. Speak out, my child. Name your marriage gift. You may have whatever you desire.
Give me Taita.
A royal slave is no fitting gift for a pharaoh's bride. Such stinginess is not in my nature.
I only want Taita.
Let the Taita stand forward!
I'm here, my lord.
Choose, Taita. Do you wish to stay in the only home you have ever known? For I cannot send you away. Not even at the request of my own daughter.
I realized that I was staring into the eyes of death. And though I'm not a coward, I'm careful of my safety. But my safety counted for nothing compared to the thought of losing my sweet Lady Lostrus.
How can I deny the wishes of the Pharaoh's wife?
Come, Taita. Take your place behind me.
Farewell, my dear. You are a dead eunuch.
It has come to my attention that certain officials of this state have betrayed the trust that I have placed in them. Those found guilty of embezzlement and corruption will be summarily sentenced to death in the manner befitting a traitor. Tanos, you stand accused of treason and sedition. I find you guilty of both these crimes. I sentence you to death by strangulation.
My Lord Pharaoh, guilty of what crime?
It was wonderful. Never before had I seen such a display of protest accompanied the passing of a death sentence. Nothing could demonstrate more clearly the love which the populace bore Tanis.
Lord Tanis, I charge you with the task of eradicating from the upper kingdom of Egypt the outlaws and robber bands that are terrorizing this land. Therefore, the sentence of death is deferred for 2 years.
The task that Pharaoh had set was too great for any mortal to achieve. The cloud of death had not been lifted from over Tanis, nor the suffering of my lady Lostris. If only I could distract her for the first few days of this marriage, I knew I could see her safely through.
Taita, mix me a poison draft this instant. I cannot live without Tanis.
Tanis is alive. He's young and strong. He'll wait for you. The king is an old man. He cannot live forever.
I'm Tanis's woman, and no other man shall have me. I would rather die.
What about me? You'll abandon me. Mistress, please, have pity.
Your pretty words will do you no good. You told me of a poison that was painless, and was the same as going to sleep.
Do you have any idea what will happen to me?
Please, do it this instant.
Very well, mistress.
I am watching you. Don't you try any of your tricks on me now. Please. They shall never take me from you. Tanis, my darling. I shall wait for you at the fireside. Sit beside me. I'm afraid to be alone when I die.
Lostris lay there so still and pale. I was truly alarmed, afraid that I had misjudged the strength of the powder of red shepan, which I had substituted for the essence of the deadly Datura pod. She would sleep for 2 days.
I demand entrance. I have come to fetch your little mistress for the king's pleasure.
Sorry. Lord Chamberlain, there's been a mishap.
Pharaoh will have me beaten.
No, he won't.
I will not tell him.
No, you don't have to.
The woman is your
Yes.
responsibility.
I know.
You must answer to him and stand before his
I
wrath.
will. I promise you. I promise you.
What is this, Taita the slave? Why would I send for a eunuch on my wedding night?
Merciful Pharaoh, on behalf of the Lady Lostris, I beg your indulgence and understanding. As her physician, I have diagnosed her to be suffering from an attack of female exhaustion.
Your Majesty, with your permission, I will fetch you another companion for the night. Perhaps the little Nubian with the unusual...
No. There will be plenty of time for her once my bride has recovered. Leave us now, Chamberlain. I have other matters to discuss with the doctor. Slave. Go. Will this Lostris provide me with a son? These are troubled times. The future of my dynasty is in peril. I must have an heir before I am another year older.
It was then that Pharaoh unwittingly presented me with the opportunity to delay my lady from the inevitable.
I am no longer a young man. What do you have to fortify me?
A simple remedy, Your Majesty. But it will take its time to run its course.
Indeed, what is it?
Complete abstinence. You must forego your harem and all its pleasures for a while.
For how long?
90 days?
That's 9 Egyptian weeks.
At least.
Ah, very well then. Ah.
We've been making some decisions. We're going to carry through with Duraid's plans to find Moses' tomb. We owe it to him.
I agree.
I mean, Happy and I.
Oh.
There's no time to waste. They took all of Dad's work. They know almost everything we know.
Almost?
You were there. You overheard us.
Talking about the disc that Duraid left you? I hope you don't mind me asking, where exactly is it you two plan on going?
The Ethiopian highlands.
The Ethiopian highlands? Oh, boy. Let me tell you about the Ethiopian highlands. There's only one thing people there are interested in, that's oil. Which they use to buy arms, so they can invade other people, so they can buy more arms. And they don't like it when somebody interrupts that pattern.
We're going.
It's one of the most merciless places on Earth. What do you think the military down there is going to do when they find out there's a stash of treasure buried right under their feet worth more than the gross national product of most of Africa? Throw you a little welcoming party? I don't think so.
I'm not saying I can do it alone. I'm going to need help. Someone who knows the lay of the land.
Well, I got a few contacts down there.
And what would you want in return?
Oh, my usual deal.
Which is?
50-50.
Took the Hittite 16 months to get this far. But that's it. The rest of the journey and the final destination are missing from the diary scroll.
Here we go. Abbey Gorge. Oof, that's someplace. See, right along here, the Nile has carved a series of step-like waterfalls in the rock. Tough. Nothing but rocks and rapids.
Duraid was certain. And I'm certain, too.
Based on what?
Something in Taita's tomb. Do you remember those hieroglyphs? Well, I pieced them back together. And they refer to a stone monument near a cataract on the Nile.
Yeah?
And it points the way to the tomb.
And?
And that's enough to find the tomb.
You ever think that after 3,400 years, the river may have washed everything away?
Howard Carter had much less to find King Tutankhamun.
Yeah, and he was working on an area, a fraction of what we're talking about. He had 10 years to do it. How much time do you have?
A lifetime. If you're not interested, just say it. Instead of putting everything down, just say you're not interested.
I'm sorry. Look, I understand how passionate you are about this, and I understand that you want to keep Duraid's memory alive. He was very passionate about it also. I know what you want to do, and I just want to do the work that I love to do. Now, I know you don't like me, and I know you don't respect me. You don't even trust me, just because I keep a few things that I find, and I sell what I have to sell to make a living. But believe it or not, every once in a while, I donate a few things to the Cairo Museum.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna make my last offer. I won't take more than 40%, and I'll just keep what I need. You can have all the rest. That's my special discount deal. Take it or leave it.
Take it, Mom. You don't have a choice.
I feel like I'm making a pact with the devil.
I mean, I admit I'm a jerk, but you gotta admit I am charming.
Well, you're the only jerk that can help us now, so we're stuck with you.
Deal?
Yeah.
Welcome to No Frills Airlines. Today's in-flight movie will be The Back of My Head, rated PG, starring newcomer Nick Harper. Might want to buckle up.
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
On their way. I'd say about an hour before they realize anything's wrong.
Good. Let me know when something happens.
Yes, sir. I'll do that.
Mr. Schiller, Nahut here. They've taken off and don't suspect a thing.
I hope it's better than last time. The car bomb was a fiasco.
There's nothing to worry about this time. Nick's gonna play the hero as usual, and then... boom! Dead. There's no problem.
Just get back here as soon as possible so you can finish your work.
Yes, Mr. Schiller.
So much for Mr. Harper.
I can't wait to see the expressions on their faces when they arrive at Abbey Gorge and find that we've beaten them to it.
That's not going to happen. Mr. Harper has just boarded the last flight he's ever going to make.
Ah, finally. I was beginning to think you liked him more than you like me.
Oh. I gave him every opportunity in the world to work with me on this. Now, when Nahut has finished the translation of the Seventh Scroll, it will be me who makes the most important find since Carter discovered Tutankhamun.
You are my genius.
Reveal to us your secret, O great river god. Grant us a path of protection.
What's happening?
No problem. Everything's fine.
It's all right, darling. It's all right.
Everything's fine.